Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss summary, and the heading of this summary says global warming, right? So we have to use these words to fill these blanks. So mostly what happens is in this kind of summary, this information, although it has been taken from the passage, but it is paraphrased. It is changed a bit, right? So the heading of the passage says the truth about the environment. The truth about the environment. So obviously global warming is linked to the environment. So starting from question number 38, the writer admits that global warming is a dash challenge. Global warming is a challenge, some kind of challenge, and this information we need to find out from the passage that what kind of challenge it is, right? But but although it is a challenge, but it will not have catastrophic impact on our future. So although it is a challenge, but still it will not have a catastrophic or devastating, damaging impact on our future. Okay, there is one condition. If if we deal with it in the dash way, so if we deal with this issue in this particular way, it will not have a catastrophic impact on our future. Okay, so this information we are going to find out from the passage. So coming to the passage, we will try to find these words: global warming, challenge, catastrophic impact. Okay, so let's scan quickly. Environmentalists. So this is how you need to scan: population, extinct, air and water, energy, population, environmental pollution, pollution again. Okay, here we have greenhouse greenhouse gases that causes global warming. Okay, global warming, we have it here, does appear to be a phenomenon that is going to extend well into our future. Fine, but its total impact is unlikely. Okay, see right here, its impact is unlikely to pose a devastating problem. Now this information sounds similar to something we read in the question. Okay, what was it? It will not have a catastrophic impact. Impact is unlikely to pose a devastating problem, but still we haven't found the answer, the 38th. So let's move back. Global warming does appear to be a phenomenon that is going to extend well into our future, going to extend well into our future. Fine, but its total impact is unlikely to pose a devastating problem. So, extend well into our future. This phenomenon, this challenge, this issue of the pollution is going to extend well into our future. So, is a challenge. What kind of challenge? Unrealistic, agreed, expensive. Here it is. So, this issue, global warming, is a long term challenge. It is going to extend well into our future. Fine, here, right here, we have our answer. Going to extend well into our future. Okay, now moving forward, if we deal with it in the dash way, now this can only happen if we implement this particular way. What way is it? Let's find out again from the passage. So they are saying a bigger problem may well turn out to be an inappropriate response to it. So they are saying this is not the actual problem. What could be the actual problem? Well turn out to be an inappropriate response to it. Okay. So if I explain this simply to you, it means there is no problem, if the response is appropriate. Okay, fine. So there is no problem. A bigger problem may turn out to be an inappropriate response to it. Fine. So that is the bigger problem. However, the problem can be a smaller one or no problem at all if the response is appropriate. Fine. If we deal with it in the dash way. So a similar word here would be expensive. No. Right here, right way. Right means appropriate. Fine. So the answer is D for this one. So 38 is long term, that is E. So you do not have to write the words, but you have to write the correct letter in the boxes given. Fine, in your answer sheets. So the answer to this one is E, and the next one is D. It is D. So moving further, if we try to reduce the levels of what? Of greenhouse gases, he believes that it would only have so if we try to reduce greenhouse gases, it would have only what? A minimal impact. A minimal impact on what? On the rising temperatures. It would have a minimal impact on the rising temperatures. He feels it would be better to spend the money. Okay, we will discuss about that later. First, this sentence says if we try to reduce the levels of greenhouse gases, there is minimal impact on the temperature. We have these words here: reduce the level of greenhouse gases, there is minimal impact on the rising temperature. So we will try to find out specifically, see about the greenhouse gases. They have talked about this in all of the passage. So we will try to find out specifically about the temperatures. Fine. Minimal impact on the rising temperature. So the temperature can actually be scanned easily, either in form of the word or it could be mentioned, just for example, like this here in degrees. Okay, so the temperatures will rise by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius in this century, but we need to find out about the minimal impact. Okay, all right. So have a look here. A temperature increase of 2.1 degrees in 2100 would only be diminished to an increase, they have emphasized this by only be diminished to an increase of 1.9 degrees. Fine, so this is not much of a difference. Okay, this is the only impact that can be made. It is minimal impact, only be diminished to an increase of 1.9 degrees. Or the temperature increase, again they are talking about temperature increase here, would be postponed. Fine, postponed to 2100. Now we have found the location, at least we are near to it. So the 40th question, he feels it would be better. So as the impact is minimal only, so there is a better option he's trying to say. He feels it would be better to spend money. So what is better here? Let's see. It would be better to spend money on what? Better to spend money on more dash health problems. So he's trying to say that rather than trying to uh, reduce the level of greenhouse gases, which can only have a minimal impact, we should rather, or it is a better option to spend money on the more dash health problem. And what is that problem? The world's population with clean drinking water. So the problem is about providing the world with clean drinking water. Fine. So what kind of health problem he's trying to emphasize here, which is related to the clean drinking water? Let's see. Health. See, now the word here, the important word that we need to find out here is regarding money and health problem. Money and health problem. Okay. So in the passage, money and health problem. See, they already talked about money here, right here. The previous answer, total cost of this much, temperature will rise by this, causing considerable problems at a total cost of this. Fine. So this is a costly problem. Now we will slowly move towards health, on which we need to focus according to the author, because this is costly. Okay. Yet the cost of reducing carbon, again repeated here, carbon dioxide emissions will be higher than the cost will be higher. The cost will be higher than the cost of solving world's single. Here we have the word, we already talked about money here. Fine. So will be higher than the cost of solving the world's single most pressing health problem. Pressing health problem. Fine. What? Providing universal access to clean drinking water and sanitation. This was already mentioned in the question. Fine, already mentioned. Where was the gap? It was regarding what kind of health problem is it? Okay. So here it is. Pressing problem. Now, what is the meaning of pressing? It means something that needs to be dealt with immediately. Something that needs to be dealt with immediately. So those health problems we need to focus upon. Fine. Unrealistic health problem, agreed, expensive, usual, surprising, personal, or, so the correct answer is urgent. Immediately. We need to deal with it immediately. Fine. So he feels it would be better to spend money on the more urgent health problem. He feels so, which is also explained further why he feels such measures would avoid 2 million deaths every year, prevent half a billion people from becoming ill. It is crucial that we look at the fact if we want to make the best possible decision. Fine. So he's trying to say here that after we compare the costs of these two and understand that health problems that we need to deal with immediately should be considered here. Fine. So the answer to this one is urgent. That is I. Right. So that is all for today. If there is any doubt, you can definitely contact me through this email ID. Fine. I will be uploading more videos and explaining different question types. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day.